What is a slap-in-the-face job offer? I'd been busting my ass on the warehouse floor for 3 years when I finally caught the break that almost destroyed me. Working graveyard shifts, loading trucks, managing a crew of 8 guys who actually respected me because I wasn't some college kid pretending to understand the job. Then came the night that changed everything. I was doing my usual walkthrough when I noticed something weird about a shipment going to our biggest client. The invoice said 300 units, but I counted the boxes twice and kept getting 400. That's when I realized someone in receiving had screwed up the paperwork big time. I called my manager Jake at 2 in the morning. Dude was pissed about being woken up until I explained we were about to ship $60,000 worth of extra merchandise for free. He went silent for like 10 seconds, then started thanking me like I'd saved his firstborn child. The next week, Jake pulled me aside during my break. He was grinning like he'd won the lottery. "Corporate noticed what you did," he said, patting my shoulder. "They want to promote you to logistics coordinator. Office job, salary, benefits, normal human hours. You're on the short list." I literally couldn't sleep for days. I started imagining telling my girlfriend we could finally afford that apartment we'd been looking at. No more coming home at 7 in the morning smelling like cardboard and forklift exhaust. No more energy drinks for breakfast. 2 weeks of waiting felt like 2 years. Finally, HR called me in. I put on my one good shirt and walked into that sterile conference room feeling like I was about to win the lottery. The HR lady, Janet, smiled at me and said, "Congratulations, you're our new logistics coordinator." I wanted to jump up and high-five the ceiling fan. Then she kept talking. "Now, the position doesn't come with a salary increase initially. We need to see how you handle the additional responsibilities first. And you'll still need to cover your current warehouse duties until we find your replacement, which could take a few months." My stomach dropped so fast I thought I might throw up on her desk. "Wait, so I'm doing 2 jobs for the same hourly wage? Think of it as a leadership test," she said, still smiling like she was doing me a favor. "We need to make sure you're committed to growth." I sat there staring at her for a solid 30 seconds. "So I save the company 60 grand and get rewarded with more work for the same pay." Her smile finally cracked. "Well, if you're not interested in career advancement, I'm sure we can find someone more grateful for the opportunity." That night, I went home and couldn't even look my girlfriend in the eye. I'd been bragging to everyone about this promotion for 2 weeks. Now I had to explain that my reward for excellence was basically getting punished with extra responsibility. But then I got curious, real curious. I started digging around the company website and found the original job posting for logistics coordinator. The salary range was clearly listed, $45,000 to $55,000 a year. They had budgeted for it. They just didn't want to give it to me. The next morning, I printed out that job posting along with my resume. During my lunch break, I walked across the street to our biggest competitor and asked to speak with their warehouse manager. "I hear you guys treat people right over here," I told him, sliding the papers across his desk. "My current company seems confused about what the word promotion means." 3 days later, I had an interview. A week after that, I had an offer for $52,000 a year, full benefits, and day shift hours. No test period, no dual responsibilities, just respect for someone who knew how to do the job. When I gave my 2 weeks notice, Jake looked like I'd slapped his mother. "You're making a huge mistake," he said. "Corporate was really excited about your potential." "Yeah?" I laughed. "Tell corporate their potential can kiss my ass."